Hello there, that's gonna be Okira playing Armada vehicles on all that glitters Rainbow Lane. So let's check out the starting build. Okay, so maxes into solar. That I guess it's always good to get one solar at first. I most of the time I build both of them anyways in case the wind drops early. But yeah, I see that you queue up LLT in your base. I wouldn't go for that because like you don't really need it. It's more about having units to defend, right? So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. And okay, the standard 2 solars into the lab and then some weeds. I see that the LLT is the next one, so yeah, I wouldn't go for the LLT that early because if you made a lab right now, then and it's kinda the most the quickest as you can get, right? So like there is no chance that enemies will come to your base at this point. So this LLT does nothing, and actually all this energy should go into the construction vehicle to like speed up your production. All right, so we got the winds. So that's good, that's gonna solve the energy issue, because as you can see this LLT even don't have energy to shoot, and you don't have any energy to boost this constructor, so like it doesn't really do anything. You could just keep building the winds with your commander. Okay, so next one, another constructor. So yeah, that's kind of greedy, because as you can see on the map, there are already ticks running towards enemies, so yeah, basically, like you have LLT in your base, right? That's good. But in general, they can just go around you and go like here or here, and you are not gonna do anything about it. So, yeah. It's like 2 constructor start is, in my opinion, too greedy. Because if you there are already like blitzes in on your side, and you just build your first one, right? So that's an issue. Okay. So yeah, in general, what I would do is like skip LLT, make a constructor first, and then some like blitz or something, and then maybe another constructor. Okay. Right now you already don't have any metal, so that's a good time to go out with your commander. It's nice that you are actually reacting to these blitzes in the back. It's gonna help a lot. But yeah, I guess you are kinda preoccupied with that already. Yeah. They're kinda focusing on this leak and not doing anything at your base. So the better thing to do is like you have your blitzes, just order attack on him and forget about him. Because you don't have to watch your blitzes chase him, right? It's like you are not doing anything here, you're just watching your blitzes drive around. You can just order them to attack, you don't have to control them anymore. Alright. So, what we have next? So yeah, the issue here is that you, because of that, you overstayed at your base, so you should grab your maxes, like some time ago, but you are behind on that, so that's gonna be an issue for you later. Okay, so you have, okay, guess I'm not sure how many build power you have to have for vehicles. I guess 2 constructors are okay. But yeah, I wouldn't skip maxes at this point, because like you really okay, yeah, taking them. Yeah, you are really lacking metal. So that would be a good idea, because like you are kind of set with units, although you are, yeah. Okay, so another thing. You have these blitzes, but you already have like pawn here coming, right? So you should like maybe zoom out a bit or take a look at the minimap, because like you can see that there is enemy pawn on your side, so he can just go and wreck your base. But I guess if you are attacking, then it kind of works too. So at this point, what I would do is would add another constructor at your base, because you need more like constructors to just go and grab these maxes on the sides. because like if you had 3, then that's a good amount to build tower, I mean construction tower pretty quickly, which would like cover the base with the build power, and then you can send some constructors like grab these maxes, because like you're really struggling metal, so grabbing maxes would help a lot. Okay. So this is cleaned up, okay. Oh yeah, that's nice that you actually got your strong max, right? It's kind of uncontested. So yeah, like in general in this position, what you want to do is kind of cover this as the metal extractor, because most of the time somebody gonna try to kill it. For example, if you could build like LLT here, so it's in range. So if you are here first, that's a good idea to like build LLT to have his max in range, right? So you don't, so just to deny it, right? Okay, and another thing to keep in mind is that this is empty, right? So anyone can just go around you because you don't have any units. Like these units won't be able to react if like 20 ticks comes here and you cannot do anything about it. So you basically are standing with your commander next to another commander. So this is super covered, right? But this is empty. So you should really just go here and like start building your LTs from this side. To like keep this safe. Okay, you send the constructor to get the max KFC, the beamer. I mean, not sure why would you need it, because like nothing is attacking you. So yeah, at this point what you need is a construction turret, and I would just grab all the constructors and space click it. So they come assist it and then come back to what they were doing. Because like you need it quickly, you are already floating metal. So yeah. So I guess that would be also a good time to add one more constructor. And like because this will take a while to get all these maxes, 2 would be much faster. And you want your constructors on the front, so you can build like so few construction turrets, the Dragon's Glove and things like that, to have actually strong defenses here. But yeah, this is really the issue. It's only because the blue is not really punishing you for staying here, because you are staying here and nobody is here. So yeah, you have to keep in mind that. For example, if your commander is here and you have all these LTs, then put your army here, because like to have something there so they don't try to go around you. Okay, so adding another constructor, that's good. But yeah, at this point you need, I guess, go with like one more construction turret, like build it somewhere like that, so it covers, yeah, I guess you can build it here, so it covers these 2 maxes, the lab, and then you can just, it would assist these wins. So yeah, that's also something worth doing. Basically, if you have spare resources, just make a grid of construction turrets, like one here, and then you can upgrade maxes quicker and you have a lot of space to build wins with assist of the construction. Alright, so yeah, this is another thing. Okay, this constructor is connected, whatever. Okay, so you have a lot of LLTs in one spot. It's not really very useful, because if this LLT explodes, it will just like damage all of them, so they kinda will chain explode. So you want LLTs to like cover the paths, so like ticks or like light bots won't come around you. So yeah, instead of building so many in one place, like you need like 2, and it's way too much for a commander to handle. So yeah, you really don't need so many of them. I mean, considering that people probably won't just walk into them, right? But yeah, it would be better to have like one here, to just have some more coverage of these LLTs. Okay. So yeah, the Juno is not something you build on the front because it's like it has range on whole map. You basically shoot a missile somewhere and it destroys radars. You don't need it on the front. So yeah. All right. So yeah, at your base you are really lacking build power. Like when you see the full bar of metal and energy, then you really need to like increase your production. Like add, I guess, 2 construction turrets would be fine at this point. And yeah, that's why you don't need this LFTs. Like he will just destroy them. We destroy them with rocket bots or like other long range units anyway. So. Okay. Guys, I see you adding the construction threads at the front. That's nice, but I would say it's kinda too far forward because like it's likely you are not safe here because everybody can go around you. So I would just build it a bit behind. So, for example, you build all these construction turrets, but he made a long-range RT, and he would easily could have it in range. So you kind of want to avoid it. Like this is not a big difference, like in distance, but it would be much safer. Okay. Just noticed that I'm not sure. Okay, I had you select. Okay, whatever. Okay, so what do we have here? That's good that you are building so many wings. But yeah, you have idle constructor for a long time at your base. So that's kinda puts you also behind. Let's see what you are looking at. Okay, so making
T2 unit detected.
Construction turrets at front.
Aircraft spotted.
Okay, now we are adding big power here. Advanced solars, I wouldn't go for them if you have so much winds already. Like you don't really need them. Instead, you could just build a few more energy storages to be like safe, to like bank a lot of energy instead of them. But I guess that's that's better than nothing, of course. Yes, spend your metal on the gauntlet. I mean, I guess it's okay. The one thing I would consider is to check it range, and because you're covering this max, you could also get this one if you put it a bit to the right, and you really want to like destroy the maxes with your. Like just have it to like prevent them from taking these maxes. Okay, because when they cannot get them, it's kind of like it pays for itself, right? Okay, and you never need to gauntlets. Like there is, I would say there is no situation where you would need 2 gauntlets next to each other, because it's not to attack or deal damage. It's only to zone them, to push them away, and like one is doing that just fine. You don't need a second one. And if you have 2 gauntlets, it's basically the cost of the almost cost of the T2 lab, right? So like you would be better off having T2 lab than 2 gauntlets. All right. So yeah, clamping your army a lot is like you should like not keep them walled up like that because it's easy to destroy them with RT. So yeah, be wary of like this spots like this, because like you have walls here, this is kind of wall, so there's like no place to move, and you really want to like move around with your vehicles, because they are the best if they don't stop. Like you don't really want them to stop, you want them to like drive like that and then repeat and drive like that, because they can shoot to the back and they don't have to stop to like, because then they have this time where they have to turn around and everything to retreat. And if you just like drive sideways to enemies, you have much more like flexibility if you want to push forward or retreat. Okay. So I'm going for advanced solars. I wouldn't say you need them, and you really don't need all these beamers. Like they have 0 kills for the whole match. It's like 200, 200, 200 metal. It's like 600 metal. So these plus these 2 gauntlets would be T2 lab. Yeah. So yeah, basically spending it on defenses which you don't need at all. Because like if you want to be safe here, then better build these beamers like there, because they will actually cover your front. Because this is like selfish play. Because like okay, your base is secure, so but they will just come here and kill your backline. So like you don't build like defenses in your base like that, on map like that, where you have very narrow front. It's not like enemies. Like no enemy can come from these sides to hit you, so at this point. Okay. Yeah, so I kinda this count is very healthy because of this construction turrets. I guess you could make a jammer here to like prevent them from shooting you. But yeah. Okay. And yeah, it's always good to remember. Okay, so you are already making a T2 push, which is good. You cannot really follow it up because you have kind of slow units, but I guess you could try to like hit this gauntlet and like you have this open, right? So you don't have to go forward into this wall. You can just go around and kill this gauntlet from behind, because basically like this is only defensive place he has, and you are driving right into it. So instead of just going around it, so yeah, like you don't need to kill all of that. Okay. What's going on the base? Do you have T2? You don't have T2. Yeah, so it's very, very, very late. You really should have T2 a long time ago. For example, red has almost all maxes upgraded. Right, you don't even have T2 constructor. So you should try to get him from the like echo player. Why earlier you just like send him metal. There's like sliders. Like in normal match, there are sliders on the like on the players where you can send metal. You send like around 400 metal, and you get the T2 constructor like upgrade your maxes. All right. So I am basically in defense mode. Okay, that's nice that you actually reclaimed all of that. But yeah, you don't like, if you know that he has gauntlet, you can see its range. So you don't like build LLTs inside of its range, because it will just shoot them and destroy it. So it's kinda doesn't do anything. Okay. And yeah, you really could use a jammer here, like prevent him from shooting you. Okay, so actually got the T2 lab. And also nice that you reclaimed the T1 for that. I see that you made some ferrets. They kinda suck, to be honest. If you want to get better NTR, then make one chainsaw, and it will be much more like useful. But in general, like you don't really need 2 ferrets just in case, right? It's more like defense spent on defenses at your base, which you don't need. And what you need at this point, like first thing you do at this point with T2 lab is make T2 constructor and upgrade your maxes, because upgraded maxes give you 4 times more metal. So you really need them. Like for example, you have 29 metal income, while red has 85. And most of it is from the, I guess all of it is from these upgraded maxes. So that's why it's important to have them. Okay. So I have Juno with 8 stacks, so you could really shoot it around to destroy the jammers and everything. But I guess if you build it here, I assume that you didn't know how it works. So basically you build it in base and shoot rockets which destroy all radars, jammers, ticks, and rovers there. Okay. What are you doing? Okay, you're making T2. Yeah, T2 artillery, which is nice. I think you are way too focused on like attacking this instead of like pushing other directions. Because like this is super defensive and you are just trying to walk into that. And he has a jammer, so you cannot see anything. So basically just walk into range with your T2 units with 0 vision. So what you need, I'm not sure what is a unit with good vision here. I guess, yeah, radar and jammer, really. Radar and jammer, because they have like huge vision. This is, it has 900 line of sight, while RT has less than 300. So basically radar would see all of that and you could shoot it like without like hugging, because you have artillery in range of his tanks, right? So that's like makes no, like you don't put artillery on Frontline, right? Okay. So I see that you're just making Mausers on repeat. What is worth doing is make some Jaguars to have in front of them as like Frontline for them, I would say. Or even like a bull, maybe one bull front would be nice. Alright. So I guess your issue here is that you don't... yeah, you could just destroy the jammer with Juno and then you could shoot it for free. So it would put you in very good spot. And as for your army, because you kinda lost all of your T2, it's just because you are moving without vision. So you always have to, like with long range units, you need your radar and jammer. And it's also good if you build a like T1 bot lab to make ticks and like run ticks on repeat into him, and you would have vision to shoot him. So yeah, that's something important to do. Okay. Okay, so your canyon is attacking another canyon. That's nice switch. Like yeah, that's an example of why like they made so many defenses here. Okay, nice, but he just made Marauders and went here. And like this is not doing anything, it's not helping the team in any way. So that's something to keep in mind, that if you are just making defenses here, then they can make army and just go around you and attack other lane. So it's not really worth investing so much in the defense. Okay, so I guess the Marauders gonna clear everything at this point. Yeah. Alright, so what do you have at the base? Okay, you're making fusion. Yeah, so as for fusion, yeah, you are don't. Yeah, the main issue is that you don't have your maxes upgraded. You really don't build fusion before the maxes, because like you don't even have any problems with energy because you don't have metal, so you're standing on metal, so you're not using energy, right? So like T2 maxes are priority. Alright. As I said, that you made the jump eventually. But yeah, you really, if you have so many defenses here, you really need to just build the jammer. Like with your constructor. There is some constructors, I guess I don't see any. But yeah, the jammer will just prevent him from just shooting you for free. Just as he prevented you from shooting him. But okay, it's like the big masses of Marauders who just clear everything. That's it. Alright, so yeah, the key things which I saw is that when you start, you don't build LLT just after your lab, because if you just build a lab, it means that enemies also just built it and there is no chance that some units will come to your base. So you actually want to, like, first unit should, like, you should focus on the units. Just build units at first, right? The constructor, maybe some blitzes to just chase things around. Because if you build LLT at your base, then so they will just can go around you and attack your backline and you won't be able to help them. So yeah, that's the one thing. I think that you left your base a bit too late, and it put you behind on metal-wise because you didn't get your maxes, and that was because you were focusing on like controlling your blitzes
Battle ended.
when there was a leak. But the thing is that like you don't have to look at them when you just order to attack because they will just chase you. You cannot do anything, right? So just order them to attack and focus on something else. And then after, if you do something at your base, then look again at the blitzes to see what is going on. But yeah, you don't just look at them while they drive because it's like doesn't do anything for you. Okay, and you went forward to grab this front, but you were really focused on this part, leaving this part completely undefended. And the way it works most of the time is that you should like defend here with help of these canyon guys, maybe covering this. So yeah, like it's your job to keep this safe. Okay. And as for the front, yeah, I wouldn't build two gauntlets because like two gauntlets won't do anything more than one gauntlet does. Like you just need one to like shoot everything at range and that's it. It's better like build some dragon claws or something like that to like protect these gauntlets so they cannot rush it. And when you place it, then just look at the circle to see if you can catch like more maxes with it because like it's always good to have gauntlet. You will order him attack here and here he will shoot once and the max is dead and yeah, they don't have metal from this max. Okay. And yeah, the T2 transition. You should think about transition to T2 like, or rather you should get a T2 constructor. Like a 10-minute mark is like kinda late. But yeah, around 10 minutes, if you don't have T2 constructor, you should really look around if you can buy it from the other player. The eco player should be providing to everyone. Like in general, his job to provide to everyone. So the fact that you didn't get one was like kinda on him. But anyways, you will have to upgrade your maxes much earlier to get your metal. And then you can build much more units. Another thing is you are just making Mausers. If you are just making Mausers, you always need a radar and jammer. Like it's even good to like build this first and then Mausers because Mausers cannot do anything without radars. And if you don't have them, then you can make a T1 lab, a bot lab and spam ticks or pounce or something into enemies to just get vision so your Mausers can actually shoot. Alright, I hope that was helpful and make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video and see you next time.